Welcome to the fifth and final video in this series on building a simple content management system. So do make sure you've looked at the other four previous videos, and this one is going to cover deleting records, which is the last part of our CRUDing, our creating, reading, updating and deleting. So effectively we're going to be looking at creating some SQL that looks like this. So delete from our movies table where some primary key film ID equals some value to remove one of the films. We can remove the films that we added in the previous movie, for example. Okay, so here is the last two films that we added in for tests. So when we click on delete here, I want to be able to remove these. I also want to offer the user the opportunity to change their mind if they decide actually they don't want to delete it. So these are hyperlinks, then they are using query strings to link through to the delete page. So they're in effect linking to a page called delete.php, and they're taking a film ID with them in a query string. So what we're going to do is in the delete record page, in here, we're going to build a query that uses the film ID, and it's going to get it from the query string. It's going to make it safe using our sanitization and validation scripts from the previous movies, and then we're just going to we're doing this so we can list the name of the film to give the user the opportunity to change their mind if they decide they don't want to delete it. So we'll give them the name of the film there, and then there's going to be a little form, and in that form it's then going to be posted, if they choose to delete it, to a file called in process called delete record. So we're sending their primary key value through to them, and that will then delete the record. Now we'll give them an opportunity to change their minds. So if they click on this hyperlink to save, it will just return them to the CMS. So let's show you that working. So just make sure that the path to both of those includes is correct up at the top, and then we can test that file. So we haven't put any of the logic in here yet. That will do nothing at the moment, but if we save that, it would return without deleting the file. It should still be there, which it is. Okay, so let's have a look at this file then in the process folder. So inside of process, we're going to have delete record. We're going to want to repeat some of the things that we did in previously in both the edit and the insert movies. So if we look at, say, the insert one, we're going to need those two includes again. So we've got our connection file and we've got our functions to sanitize our data, and we are going to want to only load in the primary key. So let's bring that in. It should be coming in as a integer. So that's and it's going to be posted from this form here, because the form is using the method of post to go to this file. So we post it in, and then we'll build the prepare statement. So let's have a look. We want to write some SQL. So we're going to say SQL equals, and then we simply want to say delete from movies where film ID, which is our primary key, is equal to a placeholder film ID value. Okay, so that's our placeholder. Help prevent SQL injection. So we'll prepare that statement. So we can use logic from the previous insert and edit examples. So we're going to prepare this with this placeholder. So we then need to bind that placeholder in. So we're going to bound that in as a integer. It's this value here that's been sanitized as an integer. It's going in as this placeholder here. And then we just need to execute that query. So run the query, and then finally we redirect out back to our CMS file. So dead easy on this. Should be straightforward once you've done the edit and the insert versions. So let's just prove to you that that will work. So we should now be able to, when I test this in a second, I could choose to delete this one. So yes, and that one has now hopefully gone. And let's get rid of the other test film as well. So we'll delete that one as well. And yes, and that one has gone as well. So fairly straightforward to build that once you've created the initial, once you understand how inserts and edits work. Similar kind of idea. Obviously you run in a delete statement. Do only do this on post rather than get. With get it could be very easy for people to get rid of your records, and obviously this would need to be behind something that's password protected if you didn't want other people from deleting your records. Okay, thank you very much.